It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Washington football team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 77 yards. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. To the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Second and 9. Back to throw. Howell. Got a man. It's Brown. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Howell. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Oh, great grab by Chase. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. That catch good for only a couple. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And it's good for a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go. Hey, can. 11 MT, Kate.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howell. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st and 10, Howell. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And some room to roll now. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man, that's Lazard. And all the way down to the 42. Gain of 8. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington has taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Bengals 17.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Toss. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taken in at the 22. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Burrow's throw there caught by Gallup. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Big 13.
To the air again, Burrow. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Drew Sample, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 107 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Powell. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Here we go. Right 80. What is that? 11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Chase, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
11 mighty.
Now Pirine. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here we go.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down. Here's Burrow. Setting up the screen to Pirine. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Looking to throw. Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On first down, Howell. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
He had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howell. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Touchdown, Washington. Allen Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has once again taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Burrow loses the football. And does Washington have it? They do. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here comes the...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now they try the right side here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They'll run with Gibson. And he is going to have of the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Washington, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.